Ahmedbot says, scene switched to Iral phone Bilabox cloud, 871 milliseconds.
The creek's like kind of washing away down there. That one area. Pretty cool. So they have nice view signs all along here. There was some back there. Oh, look at that. Some holes sticking out. Also, look at all those trees. I just thought about it. I haven't been here since the bomb cyclone. Oops. This is where Moggies like jump in the river. Or a creek. It's not a river, it's a creek. Let me switch some real quick. That's not what I meant to do. I need to go to here and switch to that. Alright. Two lives in a row, like two going live 2 days in a row. I went like 3 days, or no, 4 days in a row last week, I think. Because I think I did a Beat Saber stream and then 3 IRL streams, back to back to back. How are you, Camper? Hope you're having a nice day. Hello, hi Ren. How's it going? I haven't talked to you in a bit. Oh, I've never been here in the winter. There's like a lot more water. Like those bridges in the summer just go over places that look like it could be wet sometimes. Hey, look, it looks like a beaver dam. Oh, I see. So haven't been playing too much Beat Saber or anything? Oh, so this is there's all kinds of stuff here. There used to be old coal mines here. There's some pipes and valves. And there's an old cart they put up here for people to look at. And this is an entrance to the mine. Oh, I see. Hi, Mr. Winnicat. You got hit hard by the reweight. Oh, the Beat Later reweight? Or did Scoresaver do reweight also and I just don't know about it? The Forge Slope Mine Entrance, active 1905 to 1926. 1,439 feet down. Malden reaching 964 feet below ground. Dang, that's pretty deep. Scoresaver new battery weights. Oh, okay. Oh, hi, Lisa. How are you doing? There's a bunch of signs at different places here telling you not to walk off the trails because there's mines that can collapse. There's a bunch of pictures telling about all this stuff. I'll show you. I'm gonna walk up that way, and there's another trail where you can see it. They have had a big winch here, where a track came down and went down that way, and then they winched them out on a cable. So it was like in this marshy area, there was a big steamer winch where they'd like pull them out, the cars. I've been here before. I've actually streamed here before. Actually, the last stream I did here was the last stream I did with Mog before he died. So the last dog walking stream I did. That was in like August or July or something like that. It was like a few weeks before he died. So I think it was in August. So I hadn't been here for a while. I'm good. Dying from fever sounds really bad. Sounds really sucky. Ew. Hope you get better. How long have you been sick for? Like already? Hopefully not. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe hopefully it's already been a while. So then maybe you'll get better really soon. Only 2 days, I see. Well, it hasn't been, I guess, horribly torturous yet. I guess that's a good thing. So there's, over there is where I was at. This is the trail. This just goes down here and ends, but you can see where the steam winch used to be. Oh, like a really bad fever. So I guess you're probably super tired. Oh, there's another beaver dam over here. I don't remember seeing beaver dams when I was here before. At least they look like, I don't know, a bunch of sticks piled up. I don't know what else it'd be. See, there's this is like really full because there's a beaver dam going through right there. All the way across all the way over to the other side. My eyes were constantly watering because they got so warm. Dang, that sounds like really rough. I don't know. Well, I haven't been sick where I ran a bad fever in a really long time. I think I have ran fevers just for a little while where I got that hot, where it's like, felt like your head was burning up your eyes, but maybe not watering. So that sounds pretty bad. Hopefully you get better soon. Right, here's where the steam engine, I guess, used to be. It was on these there's a thing over here that tells about it. Well, I guess that's the inside of the building where they had the cables. Steam hoist foundation. So this is where the steam hoist was built on that, and then the cable went straight over to the mine entrance, which is like back like right there. Wish I could pull the cars out of the mine. Kind of cool. I mean, this trail used to keep going here and go through the valley and come up on the other side. And they said they closed it because it was so wet. So I guess maybe there didn't used to be beavers here and they've dammed it up and flooded the valley more. So they closed the trail. When I had COVID for the first time. Oh. And I guess you don't think, at least as far as you know, you haven't had it probably since then. So maybe this is the second time and you have a bad fever. Last time I got sick where I ran a fever really was, I think, in 2020. And I don't know if I had COVID or not. But I felt really, really bad for about like 2 weeks, like basically like dying. And I ran a pretty bad fever. I hadn't really been that sick since then. Or not where I felt too bad. You think so? I don't think I've hardly gotten sick enough to really run a fever much since in the last like 4 years. Well, hopefully you start feeling better. Probably try to make sure you drink tons of water. If you're running a fever, that'd probably help you feel at least some better. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're like stuck inside, feeling bad. I hadn't gone outside for a few days, and it's supposed to I don't know if it'll rain all day the rest of the week, but there's the next, I think 3 or 4 days is like an 80% chance of rain. So I want to make sure I got outside today in case it rains the next 4 days straight. There was a bomb cyclone that came through here in November, and I hadn't been here since then. So there's like tons of downed trees. And I guess a bomb cyclone, I still don't remember exactly what they are. It's basically like a hurricane, but like a weak hurricane. I think hurricanes are called cyclones in the Pacific. Oh. Oh, that's true. Hi, Fish. Thank you for the 53 month resub. That's quite a while. Yeah, at least you can sit inside, I guess, and learn stuff. Learn Polish. Interesting. Hope you're having a nice day, Fish. I think this is that trail that went down to where I was at that didn't exactly look like an official trail. Oh, interesting. So why are you learning Polish? Just for fun? Or do you need to learn it for some reason? Oh, okay. And you'll be able to talk to your friends better. Such honey. Orange colored mini creek. More like a ditch. Ew, it looks really oily. Is that why it's orange? I wonder where the heck it comes from. I think a subdivision up there. Maybe it's oil that washes off the road. Yeah. Hello.
Any idea why the water's so orange?
That's what I was just wondering.
There's another stream up there that's also orange.
It kind of looks oily down there.
Does it?
Yeah, I was wondering if it was...
Maybe runoff.
Yeah, from a subdivision up there.
It does look oily.
Yeah.
So red.
You wouldn't think there'd be that much runoff, but...
You never know.
Yeah. Because some of the... Over on the edges look...
Yeah, right in there.
Yeah.
Rainbowy. That sucks.
Yeah, I noticed it looked orange.
Yeah. I better get back to walking her. Yeah, have a nice one.
You too. Thanks. He was asking me if I knew why the creek was orange. He said there's another one up here that's orange. I've been quite a few places here with creeks with little streams that are runoff going into them, and they're not oily. So I don't know why. You wouldn't think this one would be that much runoff to make it look that oily, but maybe so. Maybe it's a subdivision with a bunch of cars that leak oil on the road a lot, and it all like older cars, and it all runs down here. Oh yeah, so they speak English, but it'd still be fun to learn, I guess, their native language. Be kind of like, I think if, like, I haven't been motivated to learn something else, like, it's probably other stuff like learn how to make avatars better before I learned another language. But like it would be cool to learn like German, because I know so many like, you know, Germans from Twitch. Or maybe some other language, Japanese or something, because there's a lot of Japanese Beat Saber streamers. Like learning German or Japanese would be kind of cool, just to, you know, just because of that. Those are probably the two languages I'm can think about right now, that I know the most people that speak. I think German would be easier to learn than Japanese, though, from English. Oh, really? Cool. Sounds like it'd be kind of fun. What, and like live there for a few years while you're going through uni? That'd probably be cool to like explore another country for a few years. This isn't good. Bit rate's already falling. A whole bunch more trees here. And just go ahead and learn it. Wait, Fish, so would you have to learn Dutch fluently before you transferred? Or could you get by with some English and transfer and then like slowly learn Dutch? Like, is the college stuff mostly Dutch, but in some in English enough that you could... I don't actually know how exchanges work with colleges going to other countries that much. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, you could just learn Dutch, but you get by in English. Cool. Ah. Yeah, that sounds like it'd be pretty easy. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I might have probably walked by the other creek that looked orange. I was kind of looking, but didn't notice that much water. I wonder if I walked by it. Yeah, I thought I remembered that you could, like... It'd probably be cool either way to learn another language. I mean, at least if you're, you know, someplace where there's people you could actually, you know, where you could actually use it, it'd probably be fun to learn it and then use it some. Look, all the trees here are getting leaves. It's gonna be green everywhere pretty soon. It's like basically turning into springtime. You can hear the creek way off over to the left. Last time I came here with the doggo, we went all the way up here and I was going to let him get in the creek and it was dry. So there was not even any water. And I've never been here in the winter when it's flowing as much as it is today. So there's another trail I can go off in a waterfall, which would be cool. But unless this new setup works a lot better, I don't think I'll have self-service to get all the way up to the falls before it dies. But depending on if it works better up here than last time, I might try and just turn around if it cuts out bad. Because the creek is running so good, the waterfall would probably be really cool to see. Creek's so full. I don't know whether it keeps dropping down really low bit rate. Last time I was here in this part of the trail, it had a hard time not disconnecting. But I have different modem and different phone, so hopefully it's still watchable. It's still, when it climbs back up, it's getting like 3 megabits, which is more than I ever got this far up. So I don't know if it's stable enough, but it might make it to the waterfall. You also start climbing up the hill a lot before you get to it. So I might climb up out of this valley where it does better. No horsies. What the heck? Polish looks weird. And sounds weird, however GTS read that out. It's like some languages you could kind of guess what. Like German, you can guess some of the stuff, and Spanish and stuff. But like that doesn't seem like we're friends remotely. It's like just looking at Japanese where you're like, what the heck? What is this? That is interesting. TTS read that off L of stroke. I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, I see a doggo cruising down the trail towards us. Okay. It seemed like a description and like it might be accurate, but I really wasn't sure. Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How about you?
She's girlfriend, Mason.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like doggos, so.
Pardon me?
I like doggos.
Oh,
So,
good.
yeah.
Have a good walk.
You too. He was like, she's real friendly about the dog, and the dog's looking over at me like, hi, can you pet me? I want to be petted. Little swamp right here. like this funny Z. Like this funny, and it said Z with dot above, is what the TTS said. That describes it quite well. Also, Z with dot above. And I wish you guys could hear this. I'm using a different TTS. I had a TTS app I was using on my Android phone. I don't even know if they make it for iPhone. I didn't try. So I'm using the streaming app. It has built-in TTS, and I don't know what it is, but it's definitely some European accent. It does not sound like an American. So, like, the first day or two I used it, it was hard to understand what it was saying sometimes, because it would say certain words funky. So I have some TTS with European accent reading all of these characters off to me. It's like entertaining. Well, I guess you can, hey, see, I don't mind TTS spam as much like this, because it's not spamming the whole stream, it's only spamming me. So you feel free to, I can try to relay them to you. Too bad you can't try it yourself, because I don't know what voice it is. Oh, it might be. I don't know. I'm bad at accents. Like, I just don't pay attention to them most of the time. Like, we'll go out in public someplace, and Veryl really thinks accents are cool. And, like, she'll notice somebody that has a really interesting accent, and I'll just, like, not even realize it. Or she'll, like, hear somebody here, and she'll be like, oh, he had a southern accent like you do or something. And I'm just like, really? What? It didn't even read those off. It said just, okay, let's try and. Okay, so. Hello, this is Deutsch. Something is TTS, is what it sounded like it said. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to walk down this trail a little bit and see if this isn't the one I wanted to go down, I don't think, but this looks really pretty, this part of it. I don't know if I'm going to lose service as soon as I walk over this hill. But yeah, I don't know what accent it is. I don't think it's British. I don't think, although it might be. Actually, it might be. Sounds more British than anything else to me, than German. Let me. Yeah, I wonder why this doesn't even read the Japanese characters. Like, it didn't say anything, it just skipped them. Alright, so I'm right here. Which is. Wait, actually, is this the right trail? Oh, this actually is the one that go up to the waterfall. Alright. This goes up to the waterfall. Let's, see if I have enough service to walk up to it. I don't know as good with this app. If the stream becomes unwatchable, would someone kindly let me know, and I'll just turn around. The heck? That said, if it does Japanese, I wonder if it'd do Greek. It sounded like letterify and then Greek. It read the second one, the last one is Greek, I'm pretty sure. I didn't hear good enough what it said for the. And bye, Lisa. I hope you, good luck learning Polish. Hope you have a nice rest of your day and start feeling better. There's just a little trail going right up to here. Maybe people camp here or something. I don't think you're supposed to camp in this park. Oh, they walk up there too. Phi Omega is what it said. Oh, it might have said just Phi and Omega. Why did I think it said letter? It said the word letter, and then Phi, and then Omega. For that, it was reading off letters. This might actually have. All right, Coal Creek Falls Trail, 0.5 miles. That's where we want to go to, Coal Creek Falls Trail. I've never gone up to Coal Creek Falls because I've walked up here always in the summer and the creek's dry and didn't really want to walk all the way up to a dry waterfall. I also always walked here with the dog, and he didn't want to ever. The loop down there that I would have went around was always like basically as much or more walking than he wanted to do. And I might be walking out of cell service. It seems to have stabilized a little bit. But the tower's back that way, and I'm walking with this hill between me and it. And the other side of this is just a park. And I think I'm too far away to get on any other towers. Because it's a big park and I'm walking out into the middle of it. I don't know. If I go high enough, it might connect to another different one. Actually, it seems. Why is it doing 5K bit right now? Maybe it is doing better. All right, cool. My cell phone tower map I use, and it shows it's okay, cool. I use Cell Mapper. People like upload cell data, and it triangulates where the towers are at from it. It seems to be really accurate. Most of the time, where it shows the towers at is right where it's actually at. Somebody uploaded service up here, and it doesn't pick up good. Like up this trail, like enough. So I've never tried streaming, but my new modem, picks up a lot better than almost any cell phone. So figured I'd take a chance and see if it would do better than, because going by the data they uploaded, they had service. It just looked like it was too slow, probably too weak to actually get usable data. And T-Mobile's the only thing that gets service here. Like my Verizon phone is just completely, it won't even load stuff. Doesn't have any service. This tree just pulled out of the ground right now. Fell down the tree. Fell down the hill. It was not connected much. Huh. Now I'm pushing 11 megabits. So I guess I'm walking so high up the mountain, I'm getting back into service. Who knows where it's getting service from. This is like better internet than I've had the entire stream. And then it drops down to 2. So it can get 11 megabits, but it's very unstable. There's a nice little creek here going along beside me. I'm gonna unzip my jacket. It is too hot walking up this hill. Oh, hi, Lipstick. Yeah, they are. I'm still not used to them. I mean, I've lived here for like 3.5 years, but this last like 8 months is mostly the only time I've gone out. Once I started IRL streaming, I had been going out to close parks, like city parks, walking the dog, but I never went out on any of the bike trails that I've streamed. I've never been up this trail that I'm going on. So I'm still not used to them. There's all kinds of stuff I hadn't seen. It looks so much different than the southeast. I hope you're doing good, Lipstick. This is kind of an actual steep trail. I think so. I think I've stopped sweating now, but I waited until I started sweating to unzip my jacket. Like now I actually feel myself cooling back off. Random pipe sticking out of the ground. I don't see any other mining type. Oh, there's another pipe. These might actually just be pipes they dug into the ground to hold the logs up. But it's also, it was like 53 at the trailhead, so it's also not cold. So if I sweat a little bit, I'm not going to freeze. I just had enough jackets on to be toasty, because I'm not even wearing gloves, and my hands were staying warm because my arms were so warm. So like the flat part of the trail, I was staying toasty down there. So that's a little bit too much for walking up a hill. It's been really nice weather. Like all of January was like, or most of it was, the highs were like upper 30s or low 40s, like not a single day up in the 50s at all. And then we had all that snow back in February when I did the snow walking streams, and it was cold. And around the snow was about a week of, or about 2 weeks of it getting below freezing every day, which it doesn't get below freezing that often here. And usually, especially not for 2 weeks straight every day. Like there were a few days where it got down in the low 20s, which doesn't, happen. I guess like maybe once a winter, it seems like, for a few days, but not, it's pretty rare. But since then, it stopped snowing and warmed up, and it's been in the upper 40s or 50s just about every day, and there's been a few days where it's gotten up to the 60s. So it's been a very nice, like almost not like winter. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. It's supposed to rain about 6 here. But it didn't like it be that super hard. I don't have a rain jacket, but I have a light jacket with a hood, so I won't get soaked either way. Unless there's no way it's gonna pour today. Sunday, I was gonna stream actually the same trail on Sunday, and it kept saying it was gonna rain, and it kept like being so light rain, the rain wasn't getting to the ground. So I'm finally like, okay, screw this, I'm just gonna go walk. The hourly forecast is lying to me, it's not raining. And I got here, and about the time I got to the trailhead, it just started pouring, and then poured the whole evening. Like, rained really hard for here. So I went and worked all evening and made really, really good money, because you couldn't hardly see the lanes in the road, and it was hard enough that you'd get wet walking back and forth to the car and restaurants, which is like, super heavy for Washington. So like nobody else wanted to work, I guess. So I worked all evening and made really, really, really good money. I've gotten to the top of the hill and it's leveling out, and it seems like it's taking cell service with it. It's really struggling. Let me look and see how far I am from the waterfall. Yeah. Yep. Alright, the GPS. If I walk up from a tree, can it figure out? Oh, I'm almost to the falls. Or most of the way there. Let's see if it can struggle on and be semi-ish watchable at the waterfall. Yeah, here it's supposed to, today was like a 60% chance of rain or something, and it was all supposed to be tonight. The next like 3 or 4 days are, well, I hadn't looked at a forecast today, but yesterday it was all like, yeah, here it's supposed to be 80 or 90% chance of rain the next 3 or 4 days. So maybe it's the same system coming through down there and up here. Like if it's a big one. And it seems like it's going to be rainy here the rest of the week. Isn't 3/4 of an inch a lot? If I remember right, it doesn't rain much there, kind of like here, like much in a day. Oh, this is leveling up even more. It must be at the top of the mountain. Guess there's good cell service at the top of the mountain, at least for right now. I jinxed it. Oh, okay. So like the opposite of here, like here, it usually is really, really light when it usually rains a lot. Just really fine mist. is kind of what it does the most, which is the most common, but then sometimes it pours like it was Sunday. Oh, I can hear the creek again in that valley over there. So I guess it's up over this hill I'm about to go over. I think I remember you telling me that a month ago or something when we were talking about this. It's kind of the opposite there. Rains hard. Oh, I see. Dang. Yeah, here, if it rains an inch in a day, it's like pretty crazy. Like the hourly forecast for this evening, it rained a little bit there, just sprinkled and then stopped. Like the hourly forecast here, if I like the hours, dang, Coal Creek Falls Trail. All right, it goes down this valley, and that goes I think over to the Krebs Railroad Trail, Indian Trail. Oh, let's go. Okay, I know. Oh, Indian Trail's back down there. I guess that's what I was on. But yeah, here, what was I saying? I forgot. Something about rain. Yeah, I think if it rained 5 inches in a day here, there'd be mudslides and crap. Like literally. There was, back, in January, there was a few days where it rained really, really hard, and like I-5 got shut down at one place. I think up near Bellingham because of a mudslide that slid down and covered like one side of the interstate and stuff. Like when it rains like a few inches in a day here, they do like flash flood and mudslide warnings. So I'd hate to see it rain 5 inches. I don't think it's ever rained close to 5 inches in a day since I've lived here. Oh, because it's kind of dry there. So it's easier. Or isn't it dry? Like once you get out of the city, like up into the mountains, or maybe go across the mountains, really? I was thinking you don't have to go very far at all before it gets like deserty-ish. But yeah, I guess also because it rains so hard that it's just going to, it'll just wash anything away that, would like slide in a mudslide. Oh, okay. Oh, dang. Oh, I guess it might actually mean... Oh, is that like literal desert to 4 to 6 hours? Because I was thinking when you were telling us about some of the parks and stuff there, once you get up in the mountains, it gets dry. So like kind of on the other side of the Cascades here, which isn't literal desert, but is not a rainforest. And I don't think it's rainforest climate where you're at like it is around Seattle, but still pretty wet is what I was thinking. And then it gets drier really fast. Oh, I guess grasslands are a lot drier. I wasn't thinking about there being literal desert anywhere close to you. So I said desert, but I guess I just meant it being drier. Like, you know, once you get off the coast where it's wet. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking before when you were talking about if we visited going biking, and I was looking at like the ridge or hill that you can ride on, and then just looking over on the other side of it, further away from the coast. And that's what I was thinking that I saw then, that it got the climate changed really fast. I think that's when I was looking. I like looking, just exploring areas on Google Maps. So if someone says something about visiting someplace, and I'll be like, oh, that sounds cool. And then be like, what else is all around there? Uh-huh. I know. I'm not very literal, I guess, as far as when I say deserts, if I mean a literal desert. And get it. Me and Veryl's talked about this because her idea of dry and mine's a lot different because she grew up in New Mexico, and it's like what I call a desert. I mean, there's actual cactuses there, but I don't think most of it is an actual desert, like dry enough to be considered a desert. I don't know for sure though. But like, I grew up someplace where and here it just rains so much that like grass grows everywhere and stuff. And in the summer, if it doesn't rain enough, as dry as it gets, it will get dry enough sometimes that the grass will die. But it's like wet enough for, you know, grass to grow everywhere. And like, you know, here there's like ferns and all kinds of stuff growing. So anything that's not like, I guess, a rainforest seems like a desert to me. So what I call deserts is really it does here also, which I thought is crazy. Or at least it almost always does. I think this first summer I was up here, it rained enough that it kept all the grass alive. But the last 2 summers, it's been so dry, like it's gone like 2 months without, oh, dang. Yeah, here it's usually rainy in May still, and rainy some in June. And usually, like the last 2 summers, like the middle of June, it just stopped raining and didn't rain any the rest of June, and didn't rain any in July, and didn't rain any in August. I think last year it didn't rain any in September either. It was like October by the time it started raining. Might have rained 1 or 2 days. But I know both summers there's been at least like a 2-month period where it hasn't rained at all. So everything dies, which I just think is crazy for how in the winter it rains. Like sometimes it can go weeks straight and rain. And this drops a lot. I hope I have cell phone service. The falls is down there, I think, or at least a nice creek. I hope you guys actually get to see it. I'm going into a very narrow valley, so it's not looking good, but who knows? Because the creek is right down there. That's pretty crazy if it's dry enough for there that the grass dies in May. But like I said, it's oh, and there's a trail on the other side that goes back. It just goes down here and crosses the creek and goes back out. Oh. Where here it kind of starts in October and goes until May or like June. Like it usually rains quite a bit here until like middle of May. And it's kind of the middle of May before it gets up into the 60s constantly and like, you know, sunny more. A lot of it seems like, at least all the years I've been here. Ooh, this is a pretty waterfall. If I'm still living on the West Coast, and I have enough money, that'd be nice. Both of those seem questionable, but you know. Yeah, I guess it depends. I have to see how things go. I've never been here and seen the waterfall. Pretty cool. It's a nice. Would be either be late May or June. Okay. Yeah, if I flew down there, it would be really cheap than plane tickets, but since you don't have a car, I don't know how much we could actually do. If I drove down there, the gas is actually going to be way more than flying, but it's not that much more. I'd still rather drive anyways, because I want to go to Crater Lake, and I want to see Redwood, so if I went, I'd probably try to do, like, if I had enough money to take 2 weeks off work and drive down there, it would be like, drive down there, maybe go down the coast to, like, Redwood or something, and then go stay in California for, like, you know, a week or something, or at least 4 or 5 days, and then drive back up and stop at places on the way back, like maybe Crater Lake and stuff, and make it like a mini half of the West Coast, like, road trip. That would be really, 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 really fun. And if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'd like to try to, you know, spend extra time way down there and back too. And go to, like, all the cool places that I've always wanted to go when I was on the East Coast and it was expensive. Why is the bitrate staying bad now? It was doing... Okay, now it's going back up. It just was really crapping out for a minute. Yeah, it is a really beautiful waterfall. It's really cool in this valley. Like, cold compared to how it was right up there. But yeah, I just put new shock struts on my car. My car, I haven't, it's needed some stuff done to it, so I just put new struts on it and stuff, so I have some more stuff I need to do, but it will be roadworthy, like, for road trips by this spring. So, you know, if I can take 2 weeks off work and spend that much on gas and stuff to drive all the way down there and back, or at least a week off, then that would be a lot of fun to do. Yeah. Yeah, and I always wanted to go to like Yosemite and places like that, and I always wanted to see like Rainier and Olympic Peninsula and stuff. But like when you live on the East Coast and it costs like $400 or something to fly over here, and then you have to rent a car, like it's really expensive. So over here, I'm actually in driving distance, and I don't have to go fly and rent a car, which, you know, renting a car is usually way more expensive than flying and crap. So, I've done most of the Pacific Northwest stuff, like the real, like, you know, bucket list stuff that I had, like parks that I have, you know, thought about for years and years that I wanted to do. So that would, like, I could get to a lot of the other West Coast stuff. Be a good break from social stuff, too. Oh, like, driving down there and back. Like, I wouldn't be, like, as much, like, hanging out with people and stuff. Oh, I guess there's social stuff, I should say. Probably depends on if you're talking about inviting everybody, like when we hung out in June, that was kind of too much for me. And I don't know if I want to do that again. So, as far as if it's too much social stuff or not, will depend on, you know, how much social stuff there is. It's raining again. See, what time is it? The rain is supposed to be about 6. 5:47. Probably not possible for us to borrow my mom's car. Oh, I see. Okay, if you still had like 2 cars and only one person had a license. But probably not possible. That's fine. I mean, if I don't have enough money to drive, I'm probably not going to have enough money to fly anyways. And I'd much rather drive and stop on the way on places on the way there and back and stuff. So that could be cool and work out. But it also wouldn't really be a big deal if it didn't at all. Or if it wasn't an option. I was looking at this log because all like smoothed off. It looks like people walk out on it, walk across the creek. Kind of funny. I would walk on it, but it just rained enough to get it wet, and it looks really slippery. And I'm wearing my worn out hiking shoes. Let me check the map and make sure I want to go. Yeah. Oh, I guess I've been talking most of the time, ruining the stream noises. I'm just looking at the map. So I'm right there. So going in that valley. I think I'll... Okay, cool. Wait, were you here a minute ago, Whipstick, or did you just get back? I want to make sure you saw the waterfall when I had a better view of it. Because there's a really pretty waterfall right here. Okay, cool. Really awesome waterfall. Yeah. Yeah, I've never been here. Every time I've walked here has been in the summer, and you can see this. This is the same creek. It goes by at the trailhead, so you can like see the creek and see that it's mostly dry, and it's like I don't want to really walk all the way up to see a dry waterfall. But it was like, you know, roaring today, so I thought great time to go try to see the falls. It's the Mountain Wildlife Area, is I think what it's called. So it's like east side, just south of 90, Interstate 90. It's actually cool. It's just right outside town. Like, you don't have to drive that far to get to it. Going out 90, there's pretty much a lot of stuff right by town. There's Cougar Mountain, and then there's Tiger Mountain. And then a bunch of hiking around like North Bend and Snoqualmie and stuff. And then all the way up, like a lot of the stuff on 90, there's like trails almost off of every exit. There actually might be trails off of every exit. No, maybe not right off, but like where you take an exit to go to them. There's so much outdoor stuff. There's another really pretty waterfall trail that I've gone on when my brother and his wife was here visiting in October. And it would be like roaring now compared to October, because when they were here, that was the very end of the like dry spell. I think I did a few speed tests there because I thought it'd be a cool place to stream. I think I could. Oh, nice. I've actually, it's really funny. I've streamed at this other Japanese gardens and stuff. I've actually not been to Bellevue Botanical Gardens other than at Christmas time to see they put Christmas lights all up, and it's in the night when it's dark. So oh really? So like that's actually, out of all the places I've been, it's kind of ridiculous that I haven't been to Bellevue Gardens in the day to see everything. I didn't go there until this last December. It's really nice. I was trying to find Christmas stuff to do, and stuff is really, really expensive here. So, like, the Woodland Park Zoo, they put lanterns up for Christmas, and I heard someone talking about that, so I looked at it, but it was $40 a person. And I'm just like, okay, I don't know if I want to see lanterns enough for that. Like, that's really expensive. So the Bellevue one is only $8, and like, you can't find anything to do here for $8 hardly. And it was a lot of lights. Like, it was well worth the money. Man, that sounds brutal. Oh yeah, I thought they were free. I thought I needed to go there. It would be it'd be fun. So the lights, somebody was telling us, because Veryl was asking him about it, they said that it's only $8. They do the lights it's a fundraiser to pay for the garden the rest of the year. So they And she said, like, charging $8 a person, they make enough to pay for putting the lights up and for most of, I think she said most of their expenses for the whole year. Like, it's most of their fundraising. So it's pretty cool. Like, you get to go see lights really cheap for $8, and then they make so much money off of it, even only charging $8, that they it pays for most of the garden the rest of the year. Wait, let me. I hiked it a few years ago when my sister kind of murdered her, though. Sounds like it would murder me for how I'm used to hiking. That sounds like it could be fun. I guess it depends. Oh, I never put the camera back on wide angle. I don't know if that's better or not. I assume wide angle's nicer. That could be fun if I feel like killing myself on a hiking trail. Wait, well, so do you live near here? Or were you like in town on vacation or business or something? Like that you're in Bellevue. I don't hardly, there's a few people that, I mean, if you don't want to say, that's fine too, because I don't know, that's a weird question to ask on the internet sometimes. Some people don't want to say, some people do. I know there's a few Beat Saber people that stream Beat Saber that live in the area, but not very many. Compared to like California, seems like everybody you talk to on Twitch is from California, or half of them. You would think there'd be a lot of people here, but there's not. Oh, cool. Oh, so it just actually goes up the mountain. Oh, okay. Oh, so basically the other side of the country. Yeah, I was wondering if you maybe lived like Montana or Eastern Washington or something and like drove in. Almost looks like dog tracks, or a dog stepped in there and caved in. A little tiny creek that goes through. I can't believe I have cell service to go this far up. Yeah, I really like it also. The first winter was horribly depressing. It rained so much compared to what I'm used to in the Southeast, and like wasn't sunny for weeks at a time and stuff. That seemed to be an extra rainy winter, because the other winters since then haven't been that rainy. Plus I've gotten more used to the rain, and winter was slightly annoying, some of it. And this winter I've just absolutely loved it. Like, you know, a few times when it was like in the 30s or low 40s back in January for a few weeks, it was starting to get annoying. I finally just broke down and went mountain biking one day when it was like 42 degrees. Or not mountain biking, or road biking when it was 42 degrees, that I normally wouldn't do, because I was just sick of not doing stuff because it's cold. But that was actually kind of fun. Oh, okay. So yeah, I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I am pretty much used to it. And my opinion, the first like 2 years being here is that the summers were nicer than the Southeast, but the winters sucked so bad that it kind of wasn't worth it. Now my opinion is it's just about nicer here than the Southeast the entire year. There maybe is a few weeks in the winter. Well, no, there's some weeks there that you can't do anything either. Yeah, it's pretty much just nicer here around since I've gotten used to it. Just other than an occasional day when it rains hard all day, you can almost go outside and do stuff every day if you want. or at least a couple days a week you can. And most of the time, if you don't mind wearing a rain jacket, or maybe even just a regular jacket, if it's really light rain, you won't get too wet if you go out and do stuff in the rain. Yeah. Yeah, you have a nice sunny day, and there was a two weeks ago, there was a day when the high was like 62 and sunny. Oh my gosh, and it just felt like spring. Had shorts on, you know, could just like it was really nice. So that 62 and sunny, yeah, did feel a lot nicer, because it was after the end of that whole cold spell. The cold spell I didn't really like, but then it snowed a bunch for like multiple days for like 2 weeks, which I loved because I don't see snow that much. And then we had a couple 60-degree days, so a little bit of spring. Yeah, I think part of it is I can handle the heat more than the cold, mostly. Like in the summer in the Southeast, I'd get used to the heat because I'd work outside like when it's in the, you know, upper 90s or something. So here you have occasional days when it gets into the 90s here, and I'm so used to not being in the 90s anymore that I actually like them. I'm just like, oh, this is nice. It's like nostalgia. It reminds me of summers from home. Like everybody else is hiding inside because it's 95, which is crazy for here, and I'm just outside just like, oh, this is a lovely day to walk around, because it's not humid here when it's 95 either. So like it gets really dry when it's that hot. Yeah, so like when you get used to 95 after a thunderstorm and you're like breathing in soup, and then it's 95 here, I'm just like walking around like, why is it deserted? Why are they all hiding inside? It's like, I'm just barely even sweating, you know. But I guess in the Southeast, I never got out in the cold that much to ever get used to the cold. But I've been hiking a lot more this winter, and I've gotten so used to the cold that like, it's in the low 50s here. And I've never even zipped my jacket back up after going up that hill. So I just have it on my arms, and I'm not wearing gloves, and I don't even feel cold. Which other year I've been up here, if I'm just outside for hours and it's down, you know, into 50s, I'm just like, my hands freeze solid. So somehow this winter I've gotten out in the cold so much that I just got used to it, about like how I get used to the heat, where it just doesn't bother me. And then once it stops bothering you, it's just, you know, pretty nice. So I just need to do that every year. Like, I know it's always when it starts getting hot, the first few days you go out in the spring, you're just like, oh, this sucks, until you get used to the heat, and then it's fine. But the winter, I never thought I'd get used to the cold, so it's like, oh, this sucks, and it just keeps like that. But I just gotta go outside in the cold a bunch for a few weeks until I get used to it, just like I do with the heat, and then I'll, you know, be set up for the rest of the winter every year. What trails are these? Red Town Trailhead is 0.6 miles. What? Dang, I'm that close. Clay Pit Road up that way. Oh, that's back up to the other trailhead. Oh, so this is a trail that goes between them, I guess. Yeah. Well, I know if I go up there, I definitely don't have cell service. Or at least I didn't last time, but I also didn't have this modem last time. Alright, I guess on down the hill. You do a lot of walks in the cold. Nice. It's weird, I said getting used to the cold. I said I'd just get out in it more. So I think I've gotten used to it. I got out in the cold a lot the last few years because I had the dog to walk. But I guess I didn't get out as much. It was usually like take him on a 45-minute walk or an hour walk, and I'd be frozen to death by the end of it because he'd want to stop and sniff stuff, and I'd never work up any heat. So it was always like it was forced freezing to death. In this winter, I don't have a dog, so I only go out in the cold if I want to. And I also can just walk the whole time. So if I get cold, I just start walking faster. Yeah, he used to love sniffing stuff. Oh, I don't know if you have been here, so if I ever told you, but he died in August. So that's why I don't do dog streams anymore. He was like almost 15, and I think they said that they think he had heart cancer. So yeah, that's why I was saying I don't dog walk anymore. Yeah, he was really healthy, like up until then. Also, pretty much. I mean, the last like 6 months, he started really struggling more with his rear hips because they had kind of been bothering him for years. So he was starting to get where even when I took him on walks, he couldn't go up steep hills good and go up and down steps good and stuff. So, and he would sometimes he would go down to the downstairs of our house. Like I would come home and I'd see him at the bottom of the stairs. He'd be wagging like he wanted to say hello, but that he also didn't want to walk up the stairs to say hello because you could tell it wasn't nice for him. So his favorite thing was to walk around and sniff stuff and go on walks. So I don't know how much longer he would have actually enjoyed going on walks. So it's probably just better. That he didn't get just didn't keep living until he was like totally crippled or halfway or most of the way. So he had an enjoyable life is what I'm saying, and made it to like 15 almost. But yeah, so now when you're walking a dog and you're freezing to death because he's sniffing, you don't really want to walk for more than 45 minutes. But now I can go out for 2 or 3 hours and walk faster. And I guess that got me used to the cold more. I guess maybe just being outside longer. And actually being able to stay warm and figure out how to get used to it. Instead of just like, oh crap, I was inside and it was warm, now I'm freezing solid. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. It's crazy. I kind of forgot that some because anytime I'd go outside, unless it was mountain biking or bike riding, anytime I went someplace to walk, I'd always take the dog. usually if I took him on his normal walk at like noon or something, and then I went somewhere else that day to walk, I would still take him and take him on another one, so he'd get an extra walk or something. So I never walked fast. And then when I started walking again, like by myself, then I was like, well, dang, I can't believe how much more enjoyable this is in the cold, like not freezing. Like how much warmer I'm staying. This is dead tree with little branches sticking out, and they're all moss covered. It just looks very Pacific Northwest. This whole group of trees, I really like the fir trees here. Like I kind of get used to some of the trees here, and then I get into a really like I call them fir trees. Yeah, like a lot of evergreens here and moss, and I'm just like, wow, this looks like something off the internet that you see that you wouldn't actually see in real life. Yeah. Been up there. I haven't done a huge amount of hiking. Or not much other than just walking right off the road. Been up there 3 times. 2 of the times only went like 2 of the times went about up to the last lake you get to. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. It's really pretty, and the lakes are like the glacier blue lakes. Like glacier water lakes or whatever. It's like super, super pretty up there. And I guess it seems like it's all evergreens pretty much. I've been to Rainier a few times also. I really love Rainier also. Mine hazard area. So I guess this is a sinkhole. It's a caved in mine. Possible of ground collapse or fatal gases. Oh, so there could be just gases coming up out of the ground also. I never thought about that. So it says to stay behind the fence. Back up the trail the other way, when I got on this trail that went over to the other trailhead, there's a big area. There's a trail that actually goes in a circle all the way around it, and this huge fenced off area, and this massive like sinkhole, like an entire like as big as like a big parking lot or something. That's all fenced off with do not cross signs, and the whole thing just looks like a huge mine that or a bunch of mines there, it just like caved in. It's like kind of creepy. Because they had a ton of coal mines up here. Here's another cave-in area right down here. What? Someone wrote on this board. See another little bitty cave-in area. They wrote on the board. Huh. There's not keep out signs here, but that's like caved in there at like a long area, And then this is caved in going all the way down the... So it's like a big trench here. Like it looks like a mine went through and... I mean, this looks like a caved in mine. There's a pipe there. And then the trench just goes off down the hill. Yeah, I was guessing it was a mine just because it had that fenced off do not cross cave-in area on the other side. But yeah, that would be the next guess, is like a old road or something maybe. And it went straight down the hill, so it kind of got washed out. There's a kind of like trench down there also. So it could just be like a ditch that like there's a ditch here that goes just straight across the trail. I mean, none of this stuff looks like it's really ditches that was washed out exactly, because like you see ditches like this in the southeast, but like all this still has leaves. Like it doesn't have enough, hasn't had enough water this winter at least to wash all the leaves away. But so it like makes me almost wonder more if it's a pipeline or old road or something like man-made. Going an hour and 38 minutes. Alrighty. So some of these, like this is just a water break. And then they dug a ditch, curved off. The other one looked like that also, but then they also had a ditch on the uphill side. So it was like a ditch, and then they dug a water break to keep it to make it run across the road and not down. I'm actually not sure what trail this is down here I run in. I mean, I know I'm going towards the parking lot. I've just been kind of following signs. No horses on this trail. Oh, I didn't notice my phone is actually, I wasn't planning on streaming this song because I didn't really think I'd have good enough service to go up to the waterfall. Red Town Creek Trail? Cave Hole Trail. Right. Red Town Dam? Is it an actual dam? Like on a creek? Let's see where I'm at. And then maybe plug up my phone because it's actually at 30%. I don't really want to run it lower. Huh. Oh, that just goes over that way. Oh, and runs into another trail. Could go down to the trail, head that way. At least walk over here and look at the creek. There's a little creek that looks like follows along the side of the trail here. I mean, there's this, but then there's a creek down there that goes along the trail. I guess it's more just a ditch of rainwater than a creek. So this looks like a boardwalk, like the ones they put on bike trails to ride, and that down there looks like a jump, like one that you jump off. Oh, it's actually a bridge. That's why it's level. And then looks like you just jump off of one end. I guess I'll keep walking down this trail. I was thinking about going back and going down the other trail, but there's another creek over here I can hear. The other way, unless I walk down, the other way just runs right back into the trailhead unless I walk back up and do another kind of loop, and then I come back down near the capped off mine that I went by at the beginning of the stream. This is all a new trail that I've never been down. Where does this go? It's going up the valley now. Red Town Dam. The first major water level mine at Newcastle. The first major mine was started in Newcastle in 1869. The opening ran straight into the hillside and continued east under Kruger Mountain for 2 miles. Coal was brought to the surface by way of level tracks, avoiding hoisting, from deep underground. This type of mine is called a water level drift because water can drain directly out of the entrance tunnel and down, and does not require expensive pumping. Wait, is this a creek that comes out of a mine and this water draining out? Pacific Coast Coal Company map of Coal Creek. So Coal Creek was a town, because down here it talks about town of Coal Creek. It's a little mining town. This looks like the road that goes through now, and Coal Creek goes down it, and I'm assuming it says you are here. Yeah, that would make sense because the trailhead I parked is down here. So the whole valley and along the road used to be a freaking town with houses all along. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. It doesn't look like that at all anymore. It's So this talks about town of Newcastle. The old mining town of Newcastle was started around 1869 and within 7 years had over 100 homes. The Sunday school church is seen in the center of the hill, and the Catholic church is on the left. Oh, I guess the picture, but it's so faded out you can't hardly tell what you're looking at. The mine entrance is to the left of the photo behind the building at the base of the hill. Huh. Oh, the railroad to Seattle that it shows here, that's one of those other trails. I've streamed walking on it before, and it goes down the old railroad bed. You can park at the same trailhead and go across the road, and it's Coal Creek Trail. The second town, 2 miles east of Newcastle, developed later around the mines at Coal Creek. Looking north, the company stores are in the foreground, and the hotel is on the left. Oh, that just tells about what's in the picture. Part of Fantown is shown on the right. The name Coal Creek was officially changed to Newcastle around 1918 when the town had grown so much that the Newcastle post office was moved there. Interesting. So I guess it was town of Newcastle and town of Coal Creek, and then maybe Coal Creek got larger and that turned into Newcastle. And there's a town now called Newcastle, like near here. Oh, here's another thing about dams. Water was critical not only for its basic use in homes, but also for washing coal and fighting fires. To fulfill the need, the town built approximately 6 dams. Directly in front of you is Red Town Creek. To your right upstream lies the remains of the timber reinforced Eastern Dam. Number 3, pipes such as the one protruding from the dam were used to carry the needed water. The earthen part of the dam has since eroded. Is this entertaining me reading this, or is it boring? The earthen part of the dam has since eroded, but was at one time at least 12 feet high above the timbers. Oh. Note the height of the bank left to the timbers. So that's the one it's talking about up. Okay, I think I see what it's talking about. I'll show you when I walk up the trail. The biggest dam of all was the Klondike. However, it was situated in a swamp a mile uphill, and the water it produced was yellowish in color and tasted very bad. Ugh. As a result, water from Klondike Dam went straight to the coal mining plants where it was used to wash coal. Water from this dam, number 3, was used for miners' homes in Redtown, which was located on the hillside below and behind you. Huh. So this is Red Town Creek, and there's remainders of a dam right up here. I like reading those plaques, and I've never seen this one because I've never been up here, so I figured I might as well read it for stream. So there's a concrete oh, okay, so this is it. So, oh, that's not concrete, it's timbers. Oh, really? Has Beryl tasted the kimchi and said it was good? Yeah, she made kimchi last night. So, the timbers are right there. It said the dirt has washed away, but it used to be like up to 12 feet high, and it said note the dirt on both sides. So you see that hill there and how high this is. So it went like straight up across here, and that was all like a pond back there. Let's see, if I look further back, you can tell, like, I don't know if you can see on stream through the bushes, but there's like dirt like that high. So it went like across, I guess, like that high over the wood that's left. Kind of cool. Cool, yeah, she spent like most of last night or evening, or a bunch of, or a little, at least a while, working on making kimchi. I've never liked kimchi, like store-bought kimchi, or the kimchi she made last time. She said she was making this a little different, and she thought I might like it more. So I guess I'll find out. I guess that's why you said I'm getting kimchi when I get home, because she's going to want me to taste it and see what I think about it. Oh, there's a little creek that comes down here and another little creek right there, and they just run together right here. Huh. Oh, I see. Will that make it better or worse? I assume better. I don't know why you would make it one time and then change something unless you're trying to make it even better. Or better or worse. I wonder if that would make it better or worse compared to what I like. I like miso soup. She's made me like miso soup. I like the taste of that. If that's the same thing as the same, if that's the same kind of miso or whatever that she puts in the kimchi. So I might actually like the taste more. I like the trail here. It goes up through the ferns. The military road. Oh, this must be old road. It looks like it. Regiment Trailhead, 0.2 miles. Okay. You're here. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I think the only thing I said was, I said I like miso soup. And, I was wondering if I said maybe that would make me like the kimchi more if the miso she put in it is the same thing you'd use to make miso soup. She's made me miso soup before. Okay, just different. Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like miso soup. You're standing on one of the very first roads in King County. It was built in the late 1860s to help protect European settlers from Indian attacks. So it was known as first as the military road. It later came to be known as the James Bush Road, Goody's Road for the postman who carried mail over it. Oh, wait, that's not a new sentence. Okay, Goody's Road for the postman who carried mail over it. The Summit Road, or the Post Road, for almost 50 years. This humble wagon track was the main connection between Issaquah and Newcastle/Seattle. Oh, so it had all those names. And that's the main way you got, I guess you went over the mountain. 90 kind of goes beside it, like Interstate 90 now. That's how you got from Seattle and Newcastle to Issaquah. I guess Issaquah was a town back then. In the early 1900s, when inviting an Issaquah girl to a dance in Newcastle, a young coal miner might walk 5 miles on the military road to Issaquah, pick up the girl, and walk with her 5 miles back to the dance hall. He would not walk her back, for in a few hours he would have to start work in the mines. Oh, so basically spend the whole day walking. It's so much walking. Huh. That's interesting. That's an old road bed. Let me plug my phone up before the battery dies anymore. I'm almost down to the trailhead, but at least I think. I only brought one battery pack. How am I gonna plug it up? Oh, I can plug it up to my Bella box. Will that reach around enough? Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. Alright, chat. Let me sit you down real quick. Hi. That's gonna charge it fast, but it will keep it from dying more. Actually, I'm gonna set my jacket back up too, because it's starting to get cold and dark. Okay, I'm streaming on my phone, but I bought I bought the cheapest 5G modem you could buy, which I found out, well, because, you know, I have to hold it pretty close to me. This is fine though. I have a T-Mobile business SIM card. It's like $10 a month for 30 gigs of data, so it's really cheap, and it's for a hotspot where you put a modem. So I got an M.2 modem for a laptop and put it in a carrier card, so you can just plug it up USB to stuff. The one I got it works with Bella Box, but I couldn't find drivers to make it work well, I thought it could plug up to my phone. Some of the modems have a separate mode that'll work plugged up to a phone, but this one doesn't. You have to buy the expensive ones to do that. So Actually, if I want to use it, which is my better modem that works better, I have to, I couldn't find drivers to make it work on a phone or a Windows computer, or get it to work on a Linux computer. Velobox runs Linux, but I guess he added support for that modem, so it won't run on just regular Linux. So anyways, I'm using it with my phone, but I'm just carrying my Velobox in my backpack and hosting a Wi-Fi hotspot on it, and then I connect my phone to that, which is fine actually, because the modem's so big. It has like 6-inch long antennas that I have to wear a backpack to haul it anyways. So like pretty much, it's not like my smaller one that'll just fit in a pocket. So it doesn't really make any difference. Something big enough to put it in my Velobox can fit in. And I just never unhook them. So then when I go bike riding and I want to actually stream from the Velobox to a GoPro, I don't have to switch anything. I just pull the HDMI cable out of the bag and plug it up to a GoPro. That's just if anyone was interested. Why I am phone streaming and I have my Velobox on my back, in my backpack. It's for internet. Since I got this iPhone, it works so much better. I really like it hiking more than it's a lot easier to point the camera around with a phone than have the GoPro on my chest. And I can also see the screen better, so it's easier to use than a GoPro if I'm not like bike riding and I don't need the really good image stabilization. Yeah, I really like the camera on this more than my Android phone. I have a Pixel 7. And I wanted to get a new phone. The newer phones have way better modems. Like this thing gets the same service as I had in my Pixel 7. This gets a preview. Like how I have it right now, this full screen camera, like I can just see what the stream's looking, and then up in the corner it shows like what my bitrate is, and it shows how much bitrate's going over each connection and all that stuff. So the Velobox, I have to pull up a website, the remote, and it's delayed to go see, like, if my bitrate's crapping out, I won't actually notice it to begin with. Using the phone, I can, like, position the camera better because I can see what I'm pointing it at. The GoPro has a, screen on it, but if you plug it up to HDMI, it turns the screen off. And you can't use HDMI with a screen on. So if I use the GoPro, I can't to stream over with HDMI and not just record. I can't use the screen, so you just can't see what's actually in the video. You just have to know by pointing it. That's actually the dumbest thing about them, is that if you use plug an HDMI cable up to it, it turns the screen off. And there's no way to have the screen on. So like this is nice because I have all the info on the screen and I can just glance at it and make sure the stream is still watchable. And it uses the same algorithm for and this, like, when I'm let it move when I'm walking, it's maybe a little jerky, a little more than the GoPro, but this also doesn't have as much fisheye look as the GoPro. So I really like, for walking, I personally like how this video looks for the iPhone more than the GoPro. If I don't need, if I'm not bike riding, I don't need really good image stabilization. So I've just gone with this. Figured people complain like, oh, your walking streams look sucky. I wish they looked like the bike streams. Then I maybe would switch it, but everyone seems to think it's fine. So, and I thought it looked a little better, so I've just gone with that. The only thing I noticed is my iPhone, it might be the case I have it in. When it's really windy, it gets really bad. You can hear the wind in the mic pretty bad. Sounds like it blowing over the hole in the case for the mic is what it sounds like. But to fix that, if I'm going someplace and I know it's going to be windy, I can just use my wireless mic. There's a pavement here. It started kind of up there a little. So this is the old road. Same thing. I guess part of it was paved at one point. Yeah, I never did phones. All my phone streams look horrible on my Pixel. It's a different app, and it doesn't throttle bitrate down near as well. Although I think part of that was maybe because my Pixel would overheat, because they overheat bad, and then would throttle and get too slow. But this iPhone uses the same algorithm that my BellaBox uses to throttle bitrate. Seems to do just as good. It might actually do a little bit better job. I guess it's probably faster than that Orange Pi, hardware-wise. So it said that this used to be a town and there was houses on both sides of the road. Or stores. I guess that's what that concrete over there is maybe old foundation for like part of a house. Because this was like the town of Coal Creek. Wait, which one do you think looks better on a... Seems like the phone does. And that's the other trail on the other side over there. That's the trail that I walked before that goes down that old railroad track. Like it's kind of a flat trail because railroad grade. I felt the phone streams look better in BellaBox, but also the bitrate handles them better. Okay. I think my biking streams look worse even if I'm in a good place with good service where I can hold bitrate, just because I'm moving so fast. It's like Beat Saber, how Beat Saber looks bad. Which biking streams are about as bad as Beat Saber as far as... So here's that Red Town Creek or whatever that I was on up the hill. Right. I'm at car, so I'm going to switch to this. Do you notice the difference? Okay. I've just watched my VODs, trying to tell a difference to see if I could change stuff and make the, stream look better. Like I do with Beat Saber sometimes. To make sure everything looks good, camera angles and all that. I walked pretty late. It's getting really dark. It's almost 7. I should go straight and start working if I want to work any tonight. 7's about good. Work has been getting, since the time changed, everybody's, I guess, screwed up and they eat later. I thought it would be an hour offset, but it seems like it's been even extra late. Like, it's been busy like 2 hours later than like normal or whatever. Like 5 o'clock rush turned into the 7 o'clock rush. At least that's how it was Sunday. And if I remember right, usually for about a week, everybody eats like an hour late. And after about a week, they get used to the time change. Bye, Mr. Weenie Cat. I was trying to decide if I was going to stream until I drive over to Newcastle and then end, or just stop here. I guess I maybe should just go ahead and end here. See, in front of me, you can see the road where it goes across the creek over there.
Video mode.
Yeah, I wish.
Recording started.
Right now I'm streaming at 11K bitrate. The recording, I record this and put it on YouTube. If you go watch it there, it looks like really nice. Like, not most of the stuff, if it's holding 11K bitrate, it's not like grainy looking at all. But like, especially in the bike streams will look better too. But like the bike streams are like Beat Saber, 8K bitrate that you can send to Twitch is just not enough for that much movement. So like, I can send better quality back to my computer than I can send to Twitch. So some of the IRL stuff, I mean, a lot of times it looks bad because I can't hold good bitrate, like earlier at the waterfall. But like, it always looks bad because there's so much movement, and it seems like foliage, trees and stuff, gets even worse quality with bitrate than like games. I guess because there's a lot of detail and everything. So a lot of IRL streams look bad. The same reason that like Noodle and Vivify maps look bad on Beat Saber. I really wish you could, send more bitrate to Twitch. 2 hours and 14 minutes. This is quite a while. Way longer than I meant to stream. I use 7.5 gigs of data, is what it says. Streaming 2 hours and 14 minutes. That's not too bad. The only thing that's limited is my hotspot. My other two connections are unlimited. Right here, I'll go back. I don't know if you actually want to see me or not, but might be more interesting than the raid. I was gonna find someone to raid and then end. If you're ending, thanks for stream. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Fish. I bet it was fun to watch. I guess I'll go ahead and end now. Should let me look. Where am I gonna go from here? Yeah, that's why I just saw that she was streaming. You probably should raid Syria. See, what's the traffic light like? Trying to decide where I'm gonna drive to work, north or south. And then make sure I'm actually gonna end now, because if I was gonna drive for like 20 more minutes, I might keep streaming. Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and yeah, guess I will. I think I'm gonna drive up to Bellevue a little bit. I guess I'll raid Syria and stop now. Wait, Syria upgraded to 1.40? I wonder if her game updated or if she's just sick. Cause like, she was like one of the, like, there's so many mods, I didn't think her or Fifi would ever upgrade from 1.29. Wow, that is crazy. That's actually crazy. She's updated more than me. I'm still on 1.37. Well, dang. I'll raid Syria. Alright. 87 seconds. There's a few maps I've played that use the Metallica platform, I think. I want to upgrade. Last time I looked, the avatar mod wasn't updated, but it looks like she was using it. Looked like in front of the song that her avatar is on top of the stream, but in the menu it looked like it was in the game. I need to watch the stream more. That's why I hadn't updated. And there's only a few songs that use platforms that I can't see. Yeah, thanks for watching, Will. I don't really like Metallica, like music-wise, but the mapping kind of looks fun, but it is really expensive. Danny says she loves you. Alright. Yeah, it's good to see you, and tell Danny hi, and I hope you had enjoyed watching the stream. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Yeah, it was a really fun stream.